Hey y'all, today I'm going to make my youngest grandchild's first birthday cake. A chocolate on chocolate smash cake. It's going to be something. Start with 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Don't forget you have to sift it. That was quick. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar, and you want to sift that into your flour too. You hand me a stirrer over there. Yeah. Thank you. Now we're going to do a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. And if you're wondering, my grandson's here today with working the camera. He's not just my editor today, he's the cameraman. Now we're going to do 1 teaspoon of salt and 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Once that's done, we're going to incorporate all the dry ingredients. Now that that's done, we're going to add our wet ingredients, which is going to be a 1/2 cup of butter, which is actually 1 stick, unsalted. You want to make it soft. We're going to do 1 cup of sour cream, which I went ahead and bought 8 ounces, so I didn't have to measure it out. One teaspoon of vanilla. Now that we've got that in there, I'm going to use my mixer, and it's going to get loud for a second, and we're going to mix it. There's nothing like a baby having his first chocolate cake. And there we go. I almost made a really big mistake. I forgot to put the eggs in. 2 eggs also go in this. Now that looks more like what it's supposed to. Okay, we're going to put it in the pans now. Now this actually calls for 2 6-inch pans. Well, I only have 1, so we're going to improvise. This one right here is 6 inches. And all I can say is thank goodness it's for a baby. And this other one over here is 8 inches. So, we'll definitely get to see how this turns out, right? Smooth it around. And this will definitely be the bottom layer. Once we get that done, we're going to put it in the oven, and we're going to let this cook for about 35 minutes. Okay? And while this is cooking, we're going to be starting the icing. Now we're going to make a chocolate cream cheese frosting. Okay? 1/2 cup of soft butter. And then you want 8-ounce stick or block of cream cheese. You want that at room temperature. Ooh. Okay. Then you want a 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. And then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt because I use a pinch of salt. I use unsalted butter, but if you actually use salted butter, don't put the salt in. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla, which is my favorite thing. And we're going to incorporate that real quick. Pretty good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start with the powdered sugar. This is 3 cups of powdered sugar. I'm going to put a little bit in it, about half of it at a time to start with, because it might not take a full 3 cups. So about half of that I know will work. Okay. I'm going to add a little more. I like mine to be a little bit thick. It goes on the cake so much better, but you don't want it so stiff that it's almost impossible to spread. Okay, I didn't quite use 3 cups, and that is about how I want it. The cakes are done. I went ahead and pulled them out, and you see I cut this cake the same size as this one. So now we have the 2 6-inch cakes that they asked for. Now, if you noticed right here, I put a little bit of icing to keep this from sliding off. It's okay if you don't have one of these pans. Well, not pans. One of these cake plates. Should have put one on the bottom. I'm borrowing this one from my sister. We're going to ice the top of this, and then I'm going to add the top to this cake before we do the sides. There we go. Lather the sides just a little bit. I've got this on parchment paper, so it's going to be easy to pick up and move to another plate so it won't look like such a mess. Smoother with a better cake spreader. You hear them grandbabies giggling over there. They're having lunch. All right, now I'm going to transfer it over to its plate. There it is, the completed project. Not a lot, but hey, it's for a baby and he is going to dig into it. Stick around because I'm going to make a video of him getting into this. My finished project. Thanks for sticking around. Grandchildren are excited. They're actually wanting to get into this, but it's not time yet. So don't forget, push like, subscribe, and from my kitchen to yours, love and light.